What's up guys, and welcome back to Soft Knowledge Solutions. And if you want FPS like this, basically 1000 FPS in the lobby and about 400 FPS while you are playing the game, then you just need to follow my guidelines and you should be good to go. Alright ladies and gentlemen, let's jump straight into this video. Today we're talking about Valorant's latest update. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people are playing Valorant at this very moment, and I'll leave a link in the description down below of this webpage over here where you can go and check out the latest updates for this game. Now, a lot of people are complaining about FPS drops, input latency, lag, spikes, all these amazing things, that's just fucking up the game and making it worse for people to play the game because they're getting very low FPS and stutter, and they just get to the point where they don't want to play the game anymore. Now, I have not done a video on, as you can see, on Valorant in a very long time, so this is why I'm doing an update video for the latest update, and we are now, like I said, in October, and I would like to do an FPS boost guide for you guys. And no, I'm not going to tell you like go to this web page link to go and download an FPS boost pack or some stuff where you need to extract it and the password's 1234 some bullshit like that. No. Unfortunately, those things don't work, and normally they fuck up your machine, because if you watch videos like that, they normally say, please make a backup of your machine. Make a backup. Don't go ahead and do those things. You really don't need to go and download an FPS boost pack to be able to get more frames out of Valorant itself. You do not need to do that. That's like me telling you, how about you go into Google and type in, where can I download more RAM? Or where can I download a better graphics card? Or where can I download a better CPU? It's impossible to do that. You physically need to go and buy the parts. Okay? But no, there is things that you can do inside Windows itself and inside the game to get better performance out of this game and boost your FPS up to all the way to like 300 and maybe above 300. Depends on the machine that you're running, depending on the graphics card that you're running, CPU, and all the components that you are running. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump straight into this video and let's get this going. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need to do is go to the search button over here and then type in settings, just like this, and press enter, and then I highly recommend you go ahead and update your Windows. Please go ahead and do this and go check for updates. Doesn't matter if you're running a Windows 10 machine or a Windows 11 machine or Windows 7, whatever the case might be. You could be running any Windows. Just please go ahead and check for updates and make sure that you have the latest updates installed on your machine. And no, like I said, I'm not going to tell you to go back up your machine, because this is not going to break your machine. It's just going to make it better. Right? From here, you're going to go to home, and then from here, you're going to go to privacy, and I highly recommend you scroll all the way down and then go to where it says background apps. If you haven't done this already, and you haven't maybe seen my YouTube videos, I've done this for every single YouTube FPS boost guide for games out there. Go ahead and switch this from on to off, because all of these things over here is going to run in the background. Okay? All of these things are going to run in the background of your machine while you are playing Valorant. You do not want that to happen. You do not want these things to use resources like your CPU and your RAM. Okay? Once you're done with that, you're going to click on the home button, and then from here, you're going to go to gaming mode. Now, a lot of people say that you need to untick this box over here. You can go ahead and untick this box as your own personal preference. Just read what it says. I mean, you are not blind, obviously. Anyways, so capture, no. Game mode. A lot of people talk about this over here. When game mode is on, Windows optimize your PC for play. Bullshit. I can tell you that. Maybe this works for some people, and for other people it doesn't, okay? When I put this on any game I play a lot of first-person shooting games, okay? And I play a lot of other games as well. When I put this on, I don't see an increase in FPS, and I don't see a decrease in FPS. When I put this off, I don't see an increase or a decrease. So it depends on your machine. I'm running a 9700K with an RTX 2060 OC graphics card and 16 gigs of RAM, and every single component in my machine has been overclocked. Even the RAM timings has been set to a certain limit so that I know that my shit's overclocked and I can run my games at a much smoother frame rate. But you have to tweak the Windows. You have to tweak Windows itself to make the game run much better. If you're still here with me, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of things that you can do inside Windows to make your games run much better, okay? But it's not just to make your games run better. It's to make Valorant run much smoother and just in general have a smooth gameplay experience. Alright, you go to graphics settings over here, then you're going to go to browse, and you are going to go to obviously this PC and then go to where your game is installed. You're going to go inside here and then you're going to go into Valorant, and you're going to go into Live. You're going to go to Shoot a Game, Binaries, Win64, and then this is the shipping. This is the exe file. It's the largest file. You will see another exe file, but you need this specific one. It's 153 megs, right? You're going to say add. It's going to add it inside here, and you go to options, and you go to high performance, and select your graphics card, your dedicated graphics card that you're currently running right now. Doesn't matter if it's an AMD or a Nvidia graphics card. All right, save. This plays a very big role, hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. Now, this plays a big role for two things, two reasons, okay? Now, I'm going to give you both. Number one, switch this on if you are just playing games and you're not a streamer. If you do stream while playing Valorant, I highly recommend go ahead and turn it off. It makes your games run worse if this is on and you are a streamer. Twitch streamer, YouTube live streamer, whatever the case might be, whatever social media platform you are on and streaming. If you just play games, go ahead and switch this on, and it's going to ask you to restart your computer if you've never done that before. But you're going to need to restart your computer after you've done all of these settings that I'm going to show you today. All right. So once you're done with that, by adding this into this over here, now as you can see, I add a lot of games inside here. It makes my games run much smoother just by putting this in here. Okay. Once you're done with that, you are going to close out of this. And then I highly recommend you go ahead and do this. Now, for people out there that's running a Nvidia graphics card like me, just right click on your desktop and then open up Nvidia control panel. As you open up Nvidia control panel, it will look like this, and then it's going to be wherever it's going to be. You're going to go to adjust image settings with preview, and you're going to select use the advanced 3D image settings, and then it's going to say take me there. Now when you click here, all it's going to do is it's going to take you here. All right, now you can select a certain game over here and then start tweaking things. I highly recommend you don't go ahead and do that. I highly recommend you go to global settings and then follow every single step I've done inside here. You can go ahead and pause the video if you want to, but you need to just follow my guidelines right here on these. Okay, so let's go over them. All right, this one over here, 4 times, 2 times, off, on, override, any application settings, 2, off, all. Now this one plays a very big role. CUDA GPUs, you need to click on this, click on here, make sure your graphics card is ticked over here like this, and say okay. You're going to scroll down, off. This, you need to select your specific graphics card that you're running. Don't say auto select your graphics card. Prefer maximum performance, the very next option. Okay. Default driver on, clamped, quality on, auto off. Use the 3D application settings, 1 and off. Now this plays a very big role inside Nvidia control panel. Please just hear me out. I've tested these things myself with a lot of games, not just Valorant. Okay, if you have a high-end graphics card or a mid-tier gaming PC and it's almost high-end, but it's not very high-end, it's almost high-end, go ahead and put this on quality. Okay, if you know your CPU is good, your graphics card is good, and your RAM's good. Okay. Then from here, what you can do is if you're running a lower end machine, let's say a budget gaming PC or a budget gaming laptop, right? Or just a budget laptop in general, go to ahead and put this on performance. Do not put this on high performance. Yes, I know it literally says the high performance, meaning your games will run better. Yes, they will. They will. I will not lie to you. They will. This is like an honest FPS boost guide. They will run better. But your game's going to look like trash. You might as well then play your game on an olden day TV that has these little dots on it. It's going to look like shit. So I highly recommend going either from performance or quality depending on the graphics card and CPU and RAM that you are currently running together. Okay? Mine I put on quality because I have a 9700K and an RTX 2060 OC. And like I said, every single component of my PC has been overclocked. I keep this on quality. Now, if you know you've got something like mine and higher, go ahead and put on quality. It makes the game look really good. Go ahead and apply these settings like this. And then from here, you're going to go to this over here. I highly recommend you go ahead and do this. Adjust desktop color settings. Now, Valorant is a very colorful game. Okay? Very colorful game. It's an animated game. Okay? So you click on image 3 over here and you change the digital vibrance. If you are doing this right now, let's just say you're watching my video and you have this like here's my video over here and here's your Nvidia control panel. Go ahead and do this. Put this on image 3 like this and pull this down. Watch your screen go to black and white. Then put this up and watch your digital vibrance, your color of your screen start looking much, much better in color. Okay, now Valorant is a very, very intense color game. I highly recommend you go ahead and play around with this. Yes, you don't need to put it as high as it can go, but play around with it. My sweet spot right now for all my games that I'm playing, I'm actually pushing this higher. It used to be 85. I put it now on 90, and my games look insane. I mean, I play a lot of Apex Legends, I play a lot of like Call of Duty, I play a lot of games with like insane colors in it. So PUBG, whatever the case might be, a lot of games. Okay. Now with Valorant, there's a lot of color in the game. This this makes the game look so, so much better. I will not lie to you. I highly recommend you go ahead and do this. Okay, now there is options that you can do to make this even better, to make your game look even nicer. This isn't about FPS, but it's about the quality, like the digital vibrance, the way the game looks. Go to adjust video color settings like this. Then go with Nvidia settings like this. And then put this on full, not limited, but full. Go ahead and do that and watch your screen color change, because you're going to start using your graphics card, not your machine anymore, not Windows settings, but your graphics card's color. You can even do it over here as well. You scroll all the way down and you go over here. Use the video color settings. Put this on 8 or 12. It's your own personal preference. I have a very, very high definition smart HD TV that I'm playing my games on. It's a 4K TV and I can put it on dynamic. So I put it on 8 because if I put this on 12 and I put my screen on dynamic, I mean the color pops out the screen and gives me headaches. You don't want that, so go ahead. It depends on your screen. You can either put it on 8 or on 12. Just check it out and see how it goes for you. Obviously, you're going to put this on the highest. Put this on full. Very, very highly recommended to put this on full, not limited. Put it on full and put this on RGB and then go apply these settings. Once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and do this. Ladies and gentlemen, go and do this before you jump into Valorant, before you play the game. Go ahead and do this. Press the Windows key and R, and you're going to type in prefetch just like that and press enter. Go to continue, and then you're going to click on anything inside here, press Ctrl and A to highlight everything. Either click delete on your keyboard or right click over here and say delete, and then just say do this for all current items and say skip. Once you're done with that, you close out of this. You're going to go to your Windows key and R again, or you can go to the search button like this and type in run, and it will do the exact same thing, and type in temp like this. Click on anything, press Ctrl and A, highlight everything, delete on your keyboard and say continue. Just say delete and then do this for all kind of items and say skip. Once you're done with that, you're going to close out of this. You're going to go back here again, just run, and then this time you're going to put a percentage symbol in front of it and a percentage symbol behind it and say OK. Click anywhere, Control and A, highlight everything, right click on it and say delete. Say continue, and then you're going to say yes, and then you're going to say skip, because Windows is currently using all these files. Once you are done with that, you close out of this. Now I'm going to move my OBS, and then I'm going to move my recycling bin right there so you can see it, and then just go ahead and empty your recycling bin. I highly recommend you go ahead and do those 3 steps I just showed you now before you jump into Valorant. Every time before you jump into Valorant, go ahead and do those 3 steps over there. Right, here's a very, very important note for people out there is the power options and the power things to do with your machine. The editing power plan. Right, you go to the search button over here and type in edit power plan just like this, and then go to edit power plan. Now you're going to go over here where it says power options. Now a lot of people don't have ultimate performance. A lot of people only have balanced, especially laptops. Lots of machines, actually computers in general. If you have a very low-end gaming graphics card, it will only show you balanced or maybe power saver, especially on laptops. Okay, so let's rather do it where you create your own plan for Valorant. So you're going to go create a plan, and you're going to go high performance like this, and then you're just going to type in Valorant like that and say next, never create, and now you got a power plan for Valorant. You go to change plan settings, change advanced power settings, and this is where it comes into play. Now your Valorant power plan is active. You're going to go here and type in 0. Okay, if you are running this game on a hard drive, it's very important to put this on 0. I run my games on M.2s and SSDs, and I still go ahead and put this on 0. It's very important to do this because it actually tells you what it does. Turn off hard disk after never, so your hard disk won't turn off. For instance, a mechanical hard drive turns off after 10 to 20 minutes. You don't do not want your machine or your drive to stop at all. So you leave it on never. Scroll all the way down, go to processor power management, go to minimum processor state. Now for laptops, it's going to say plugged in or on battery. Change them both to 100%. You just click in this box and type in 100 and click anywhere you like and it will change it to 100. And then once you're done changing everything, 4 of them on a laptop and 2 of them on a PC, 100%. Once you're done with that, you're just going to say apply, okay, and then close out of this. Once you're done with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you what settings I'm using in Valorant right now at this very moment with its new update to get the best FPS out of my game. And I'm actually going to show you what FPS I'm doing with MSI Afterburner, not the in-game FPS counter. MSI Afterburner using an Nvidia graphics card. Alright, let's jump straight into that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I'm in Valorant right now, and if you want to see FPS, come and show you FPS. I mean, I'm doing about 1,000 FPS in the lobby. Okay, if I click play and I'm chilling in the lobby, I can do 1,000 FPS, 1,100 FPS. But I want to show you what happens if I go into the game and play something. Let's just say I'm going to do a deathmatch, and I'm going to say play. Let me just show you the max FPS.
Found.
It's quite loud. This game's quite loud. Let me show you the max FPS you can get while being inside the game. Let me show you, okay? And I'm going to show you what settings I'm using and what FPS I'm doing while having these specific settings on. Okay? Let me just show you.
Deathmatch.
As you can see, I'm doing 375 FPS, okay? That's max. 375. Now let me show you my settings quickly. Video. I go to graphics quality. Look at my settings. High, 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 on, off. FXAA. Now a lot of people do say that you should put this on and makes the game look much better. But FXAA doesn't do anything to my game if I have all of these things on high. This on 16 times, this on off, this on off. Bloom you do want on, it makes the game look much better. The quality, the color and all those things, it just makes shit look better. This I have on and this I have on. Now, as you can see, my game looks absolutely beautiful, and as you can see, I'm doing about 300 FPS. Okay, so just to prove that to you. Now watch what happens to my game if I start putting things lower. Okay, so let's say I put this off, I put this off, I put this off, I keep this on, I put this on, let's say, I don't know, maybe two times, right? I put this on none, I put this on off, I put this on, I don't know, medium, I put detail quality on medium, I put texture quality on high, obviously material quality on high, and this one I will obviously keep on because multi-thread rendering makes your FPS climb up higher. Now as you can see, I'm doing even more FPS right now, depending on the settings that you run inside the game. So yes, it's depending on the settings you run through Windows and the settings you run in your game. So the best settings that you can have right now is that these settings I have right here.
I'll teach him to respect
Is the
their
best
elders.
settings for just in general gameplay. But if you do have anything high out, okay, the game's really loud. If you do have anything out there that's really high end, that's higher than mine, then go ahead and put this on high, You do not want VSync on, obviously you keep this off. You put this on FXAA, this on 16 times, and then you can go ahead and put these on over here as well and close the settings, and the game still runs perfectly fine. That guy didn't die, I like it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is the FPS you can be doing. You can be doing almost 400 FPS. You can do more by changing the settings inside this game to medium, low. It's your own personal preference. Ladies and gentlemen, if this video helped you, if it worked, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're new here, and as always, peace out.